Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your boy, Adventure14. So today, we are checking out, Shauna Raye. It's called I Am Shauna Raye. It's a TLC thing. It's weird. Basically, she has the same thing that I have, which is growth hormone deficiency. The only difference between she and I is that mine could be treated and hers could absolutely not. And this can be for a number of reasons. One of them can be cancer or a tumor that is not cancer, it's just a malignant in the brain that destroys the pituitary gland or damages it in such a way that it can't produce the hormones it's supposed to make your body do the thing.
All men and women created by you know the thing.
Mine, I think my body wasn't calling for enough of it or something. So basically they just gave my body the whatever hormone that calls for the hormone that does the thing. And then I took it in the form of a shot in my arm every night for years. This chick though, Shauna Raye, hers was either damaged or destroyed in such a way that it was unable to produce the hormones, so it wouldn't have done any good anyways. So now she looks like an 8-year-old forever. Until her skin starts to wrinkle, I guess.
Hello, how are you guys?
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Dude, he didn't even look like a dude. I thought that was a mannequin for just a split second before he was like, hi. Dude, he looks exactly like a guy I hated when I was a kid. There was this guy that I knew his name was Brian. And he basically had this whole thing where he basically tried to kind of be better than me in every way. And there was like a weird thing with a girl and it was a whole thing. But basically this guy looks exactly like him. If he got kind of weird, put in a piercing, just like the whole the nose horns or whatever, grew out his hair really long, started getting hickeys all the time and got more into my old rock and roll.
Here for a bachelorette party. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
It's gonna be over in that direction.
Over there.
My older sister Tara
Thank
is
you.
married, and we recently went bridesmaid dress shopping. The boobs are too big.
Everything is too big.
So this girl here, she basically is 21, but she looks like an 8-year-old. She didn't grow at all. Like her pituitary gland must have been damaged when she was really freaking young, because she just didn't grow any basically. She got to 8-year-old status and just fell off.
While she's been planning the wedding, we've been planning the bachelorette party. So this afternoon,
Cool.
We're going shopping for some supplies.
What do you think would make her?
That's supplies? That's supplies, huh? I'm gonna have to blur more of this out. I don't know if I can show all this. TLC can do whatever they want, obviously, but I can't do anything because it's a free, fair system on YouTube.
I am getting married to my fiance, Jesse. We're originally from Pittsburgh, so I thought Pittsburgh is the perfect place to celebrate me getting married. And I still have friends there.
Banana ringtone.
You have to hold it?
No, you put it in between your legs.
Yeah, you have to hold it with your legs. That's weird, so grab the banana one.
Yeah.
I'm extremely nervous that Riley and Shauna are gonna surprise me with some raunchy stuff at this bachelorette party.
I'd be worried too. I think you're right to be worried. I think you should worry a little more. Maybe don't let them pick out your stuff.
Be gross. I don't want it to
Fair
be
enough.
raunchy.
Why don't we grab a
You want
pack
class?
of-
I can respect that. You want class. Is nobody gonna question this at least seemingly obvious 8-year-old in the shop? What is going on back there?
That way she has to pick it out of her butt crack.
Why would you do that?
Sure, that's more annoying.
Hello, can I see some ID?
Yeah, I would hope that they would have asked at the counter when they walked in, but whatever.
Do I need to take it out for you?
Why are they getting annoyed? Why are they getting annoyed that this guy is asking her for her ID? She looks like an 8-year-old in a sex shop. Look, I know it must get annoying. Like, I can understand that, like, if people are asking you for your ID, like, every single little thing you do, you're 21, you go to the bar, you get carded, which is going to happen anyways. It's not just because of that. You're 21, you usually get carded, alright? You go to the bar, you get carded, you go to the sex shop, you get carded. This is a place maybe you shouldn't be anyways. Maybe I'm weird, but I don't go into these places. It's not my cup of tea, right? They're a weird place. For sure. There's just a lot of weird stuff in there, and I'm not really so much kind of into that stuff so much, so I just kind of try to avoid it. But really, if he's, like, I would be more concerned if he didn't card you. I kind of wanted him to card you, like, the moment you walked in the door. Like, you should have stepped beyond the threshold, and he was just like, ID. ID.
Like, do you need to scan it?
No. Gotcha. My first thought was, is that a kid?
That would have been my first thought too, buddy. You're not far off. I totally get where you're coming from. This dude is something else. I don't know what to make of this guy. You got hickeys all over, dude. Okay, I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I almost want to call that 8, but I think it's just some facial hair.
Surprised, to say the least, once I found out that she was an adult. Both of them were.
Apparently, some other customers in the store had the employee there come up to us and ask for our IDs.
Yes! Of course they did! Bro, you look like an 8-year-old, okay? Like, I hate to break it to you, but you do. Like, even with the teeth. It doesn't look like your teeth are growing all the way in. It looks like you could lose some kid teeth yet. No, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I would be more upset if nobody asked you, like, hey, how old are you? Are you supposed to be in here? Like, can we not, like, pervert the children, please? Thank you. People not asking this chick how old she is in the family-friendly drag shows are as bad as it gets.
That pisses me off because most of the time it's not for the business. It's not for myself and my safety. It's for your nosiness.
Bro, it's not nosiness. It's like, hey, maybe we shouldn't have, like, an 8-year-old in a sex shop. Is that okay? Oh, man, bro. It's nuts.
Looking at you and looking at what sex toys you're buying and making sure I'm checking your ID.
Yes.
Mind your damn business.
Language.
I
Language.
thought about it, but I don't think she would actually play with a pinata.
I'm not going for playing with. I'm going to make her uncomfortable. Would it make her uncomfortable?
Yes.
Okay, then we grab it.
I'm sure it would.
How hard is this?
It would make me uncomfortable, too.
Instead of fun.
No, but it is now.
She even laughs and talks like an 8-year-old. There's no distinguishing this chick from an 8-year-old except if she happens to have her driver's license with her. All right, so while we have her on screen, let me talk about the actual her actual condition real quick and stop making fun of her for being kind of a bitch. So her head is in proportion to her body is bigger, like an actual 8-year-old, right? Like, you can tell it's not maybe the size that it should be. You know, it's not in the proportion to her sister's head, the rest of her body there. That's something growth hormone deficiency does because your body never, like, evens out with, like, the rest of your head and everything. And another thing that's affected is your organs, right? So we're talking skin, technically, like your skin doesn't go through like the teenager change thing. Sometimes, depending on what happens to you, so many people are affected differently, you know. You can just like not grow hair in places you would normally grow hair. The hair on top of your head may not like age kind of correctly. You know how guys get kind of more of like the pronounced hairline where they get kind of these divots, like you can see mine right here, where it's like their hair kind of creeps back on this edge and they get kind of like, it's like a little bit of a widow's peak, right? It affects things like, you know, like internal organs though too, like your eyes. So her eyes are still kind of big too. Like they didn't kind of size correctly along with the head. That's all kind of like one piece. And then also the heart can be affected. A lot of people that have growth hormone deficiency are like a lot more likely for like, you know, heart diseases and, you know, for their heart to just not work correctly. A lot of them die from heart related stuff. Blood flow is an issue. When I had my growth hormone deficiency, I started randomly fainting. And it doesn't make much sense. Like, I'd only get a tiny bit dehydrated, and I would get there really fast. But yeah, I would just start passing out. I looked really sickly. My skin was super pale. I can show a picture of me now from back then. But I was really pale, sickly. I was dying, basically. Like, I was just dying a really, really slow, painful death. Just a little bit faster than I would normally be slowly dying, I guess. It can affect, like, reproduction, the genitals, things don't grow correctly. Like semen production, can affect like fallopian tube stuff, I guess. It can screw a lot of stuff up because when you don't grow correctly, it turns out that that's not very good.
Yeah, she's the most
Conservative.
Shauna's the one
Conservative.
that pushes like the raunchy envelope publicly. Like, I don't know.
The
like,
raunchiness.
Yes, in like public or like with her family, like our parents. It's like she has something to prove. Like she is an adult and she is able to talk about this stuff.
Anything else?
I think we're good.
Are you
we
sure?
got too much.
Because I could shop all day.
I
This is
know
funny
you
as
could.
hell.
It's funny. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. This is so uncomfortable. I'm talking more than I should be for this. Like, usually there's kind of like a balance that I have with reaction videos between how much I talk and how much I play the video, and I'm greatly uncomfortable.
Oh, come on. You can put that on the counter, Shauna.
No, I really can't reply to. We ended up getting some party games. We got confetti.
Vibrator. She's gonna kill us.
She's gonna kill us, but it's gonna be worth it.
Is it?
Come on. What's better than doing this to her conservative sister? I hope.
Can she just have a nice party? Shoot, bro. Like, she's a conservative chick, alright, which I dig, by the way. Conservative chick, she just, you know, she wants, like, a nice, calm party. She doesn't want to, like, receive dick piñatas. Is that too much to ask?
What do you got to pack?
A lot.
This.
Where'd all this come from?
Why, in God's name, would you bring the stuff downstairs to pack it on the dining room table in front of your mother?
We are packing everything we bought from the adult store.
Yeah, we're putting most of that in one suitcase, which is embarrassing if that gets checked.
It will be.
That's
I hope it
How
does.
is that?
It's for Jesse.
Oh, too much.
This is a drinking game.
Okay, that's not so bad.
Yeah, see? Not all of it's bad.
Horrible.
We're just trying to make
I don't know. I'm looking at this stuff and I'm like, these are my children?
Yes! Thank you. Holy crap. Put him in timeout. Put him in timeout. Yo, the sister wears glasses at home, huh? She looks nice. She looks nice in glasses, though. She has a nice big smile, too. Like, she smiles and she, you know, it's like full teeth, nice big smile. That's always good.
Our mom is very conservative when it comes to sex. I think the topic of
Yep.
adult stuff like sex and all that stuff's kind of been a little uncomfortable between mom and I.
Yep, it should be, too. Should be a little bit uncomfortable. Alright? It should be comfortable to the point of, hey, I'm having this problem where this hurts. And then your mom can go, that's an infection, get it checked. Or, I don't understand how this worked. And then the mom can very, as appropriately as possible, explain it to you. But you guys aren't supposed to be, like, bonding over dick piñatas and vibrators. That's not something that's supposed to be going on. You know, I get people sometimes, like, I say this stuff, and they're like, you're just not comfortable with your sexuality. And then I say, I'm very comfortable when I'm not pulling this stuff out on the dining room table in front of my parents.
Carrying this through. Okay.
Our parents don't want us to travel. They don't want Shauna, they won't let Shauna take public transportation alone.
Well, yeah. Of course. Dude, if I were her, I wouldn't want to take public transit alone. Let me paint a scenario for you. Say there's a guy and he wants to kidnap you, okay? So in my case, if he wanted to kidnap me, okay, and you can think about this for yourself. I am 140 pounds of bone and muscle. And that's like quite literally, I just have fat nowhere. If you saw me like with my shirt off, it would just be like, you'd be able to see my ribs, there'd be a six-pack, and then I had like, you know, decent upper muscle. Okay, I'm 140 pounds, which isn't a ton. I'm easy to pick up and stuff, but I can fight people, okay? Let's say maybe you're like a big guy. You're like my boss at work. You're like Biggs, all right? You're a big dude. You're a big unit. Let's say you're like 300 pounds of fat, bone, and muscle, all right? You just lay people out, all right? You hit them, and it's just like a Tom and Jerry cartoon. They get hit by the rake, and it's like, bam, and then they just fall over backwards, all right? You can, like, really get them. So the one guy's not going to get you. 2 dudes, maybe. 3 guys, most likely. 4 dudes, I don't know how you'd fight your way out of that. 5 dudes, it's over. But they're not going to target you if you're that big, all right? Because usually it's 2 or 3 guys. They're not going to come after you. You're pretty well safe. You know who they will come after, though? This 21-year-old, 8-year-old looking chick who's probably like 70 pounds of literally nothing. When I was a kid and I had growth hormone deficiency, I looked sick, my bones were frail, my hip would dislocate, I was having a harder and harder time doing things. Luckily, the shot took care of this stuff. I'm perfectly fine now. So, like, you know, don't worry that I'm going to, like, die of heart something or other tomorrow. Like, my heart's not going to give out. I mean, probably. There's always that chance, but I doubt it. When I had the growth hormone thing going on, I was in bad health. You know, one medium-sized dude, not even like a big guy, just like a medium-sized dude could have wiped me out. For sure. I was 5'2" and 72 pounds of nothing. All right. And I wouldn't take public transit back then. It's I might have out of stupidity, but it's not something that I would like let myself do. You know what I mean? So if I was like me now, seeing me back then, and I was like, I want to take the public transit, I'd be like, no, not alone. Because I myself, I'm not a big guy, but I can pick up a 50-pound bag of dog food and lift it with one hand. If you're 70 pounds of nothing, I can carry you away. I'm a little guy in comparison to a lot of people, and I could just carry you off. I could straight up just, bam, you're gone.
So Shauna traveling was automatically a no-go. And then I just turned 18. So I was a child before, so of course they didn't want me going.
Right.
I'm nervous.
I feel like I'm gonna puke.
Me too.
Aw.
You being nervous is making me more nervous.
She's scared of planes, so
Plane
that's
crashing.
a huge worry.
The engine failing.
I could lose my hand from her squeezing it so tightly, but I think my main concern was getting over.
Just talking, and she's afraid of planes, and she goes to like explain this rationally about like what she was doing, and she's over here like the plane crashing, birds fly into the engine. She's sitting there and she's like spinning her spin ring like, yeah. Plane blows up. Final destination.
And getting lost and getting her through the flight because she's already scared, so I have to step up, but I'm freaking out on the inside. It's just a whole panic on me.
Language!
My anxiety holds me back the most. I think physically, I'm just very lost.
Alright, we got one more to watch. Shauna here, my boy Shauna, alright, is apparently going on a blind date. I was thinking about it, just like bringing the video up and everything, that dating must be very difficult because I'd have to guess that the only people that would be interested in you would be pedophiles. You know, because when I had the growth hormone thing, when I looked the way I did, I know it's not the stereotypical thing to have like a young boy with the pedophiles come after. It's becoming more stereotypical, I think, as people realize that goes on. Yeah, I had them coming after me.
I'm a little nervous, but at the same time, I am super excited to meet someone who's gone through something very similar to me, and I'm interested to see the similarities and the differences.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Tom.
Whoa! Whoa! This guy, I think, has growth hormone deficiency too. Yo. If not, he's really freaking short, bro, but he's got the features for it. See, it's got kind of like the baby face, like literally a baby face, you know? It's that kind of like rolled jawline, I mean, you see it, don't you? Did she legit just go and find somebody with the same thing she has, and then nobody can be like, oh, pedophile? It's like, yeah, no, well, no, she's just like me. Okay, now this is kind of wholesome, because they both have like the same diseases, like they can bond over their problem or whatever.
When Thomas first came around the corner, I was like, oh, he's taller. I was like, oh, he's taller. There's already a foot difference. I was like, we'll see how the similarities are there. How long have you volunteered here?
I've been here for 4 years. July 5th will be my anniversary date.
So
Nice.
Yep.
Yo, lit. That's cool. So this guy, even with the whole like growth hormone thing, because it usually does make you pretty weak, especially if you have the one like I did where it's like a chemical problem, it's like you're in your teenage years or whatever, it just tends to make you very weak. So this guy freaking got past it, got jacked, became a fireman, and is now just like, just getting her done. Very nice. Look at this dude. He looks like he could probably kick my ass still. Firemen are a different breed, dude. Like, I've known quite a few firemen over the years, and they are just something else. These dudes train themselves day in and day out so that they can put on a really heavy, really hot suit and then run into fire to get you out of buildings.
I was born with cancer called optic nerve glioma. I was put on chemo at a year old. I was on until about 4.5, and from it, I'm stuck at 4'8".
4'8". Dang, so I got over a foot on this dude. Dang. So basically, this guy, he had cancer when he was younger, and it must have destroyed his pituitary gland, or at least damaged it pretty bad. And then he didn't get growth hormone. So he had it when he was very, very young.
This is my chief, Chief Rocco.
Hi, I'm Shauna.
Rocco! I like it.
Firefighter Larry.
Firefighter Larry.
When I first met it, it was when Tommy
Lit.
introduced me as Firefighter Larry. And I turned around, I was like, oh, how you doing, you know? And yeah, I was thinking like 12,
11-ish,
13.
12, right, maybe? She's a little pistol. She's a little firecracker. She got tattoos. I'm probably 3 times the size of her, and I don't even want to get a tattoo because I'm scared. Yeah, she has 4 of them.
Aw.
This right here, we got firefighter gloves. This is what you wear. Anytime you're working on hose, anything, tools, saws, because it's cut proof.
Kind of did feel like I was on a firehouse tour versus a date. I think that's kind of made him feel a little better, but it was nice that he kept rambling, so I didn't have to talk.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, a little bit. I was trying to just keep talk going.
Aw.
In open houses, basically, we always have to explain all that stuff.
Poor dude. Yeah, no, dates and stuff like that can be kind of stressful. On the girl's side, there's like she feels like maybe she should be like maybe implementing something more into what's going on. And on the guy's side, I mean, he's in charge of the date, bro. Like entertainment, keeping the conversation going. If you're a real man, paying for the meal, you know, that's the thing, you know, like. That's stressful, for real. I would like to say, just, you know, to be fair as well, that when I say be a real man and pay for the meal, that also rides on the condition that the woman that you are with is a real woman as well, you know what I'm saying? And isn't being how do I put this as politely as possible? Feminazi scumbag.
But I'm nervous.
Oh, no, don't be nervous, dude. You're doing good. You're doing good. It'll be good.
Because this thing weighs at least 60 pounds by itself.
Dang.
The straps are good.
You do realize you're putting 2 of me on you. I'm only 50 pounds.
You could do it.
Holy crap! Oh, so back to it. Back to the, what is it? Public transportation bit. So when I lift a 50-pound of dog food with one arm, I could use her to do curls. Most men could use her to do curls. She could hold her arms up like this, link her hands, and then you just grab her hand and just... I wonder how tall she is. She's got to be like 3 foot something, right? Maybe just barely 4 foot. How tall is I don't know how to... I don't know how to spell her name. I'm Shauna Raye. She's 3 feet 10 inches tall.
So, ladies, are firemen sexy?
Yes. Yeah, it's super sexy, bro.
That's the bachelorette party. I think we playing the hose on the fireman.
That firefighter was sexy.
What are you saying?
There are some firefighters that could be, and there are
Any
some that could
job
not.
where you put your life on the line to save others is an attractive job.
Yes. Yes. All I'm saying is if, you know, you're going to date somebody who does that kind of work and you like selflessness, you know, like somebody who like gives to the relationship without expecting anything back, if that's a trait that you like, whew, military and firemen and police are going to be some of your best bets because they tend to be very selfless people. Like if they are the kind of people that are not in it for more like, you know, like some people, like a job is a job, you know, they just need money. But some of those people, their job is a passion, you know, they like to help the community and stuff. You can get one of them, whew, you're set.
Did you want to try on the helmet? So, yeah, try it on.
This is even heavy.
Once it's on your head, it's not as bad.
Like, this is like really heavy.
You gotta tighten it up. Once it's tightened up, it sits nice on your head.
Thomas is extremely positive, and I do
Yes,
have
he
an
is.
appreciation for Thomas because he does put all that gear on, and he's half the size of the regular firefighters there, and he does it with a smile on his face, and he doesn't ever complain, and that's just admirable.
Hell yeah, it is. Hell yeah, it is. Dude, that put some fire in my soul, man. That made me happy. That was a very wholesome day showing around the firehouse. You know, she's like, yeah, I got an appreciation for this guy. I like him a lot. That's awesome. That's really good. It's pretty impressive that this girl is dealing with it as well as she had. I didn't deal with it very well at all. And that's 2 separate kinds of growth hormone thing. Like, she doesn't have the same thing that I have. Her pituitary gland is most likely damaged or just gone. Or maybe it didn't develop right in the first place. Who knows? Whereas mine was like, there was like a malfunction, basically, and it didn't work right. And then it was a fixable issue. I hope this show doesn't affect her too much, like put her on too much of a high horse. I hope she can kind of keep her life in order. Maybe be a little more respectful of her conservative mom and sister. And continue to love her family very much. Get out and do things, maybe with a little bit of help so she doesn't literally straight up get kidnapped. But get out and do things. And maybe give the firemen a second date, you know. Give them a go. Maybe do dinner this time. Alright, I guess that's all for me. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Was very interesting to learn about this girl and kind of figure out what she's about and all that. See her family and join her on her very, very appropriate date around the fire department. Especially, it was very nice to have like the wholesome ending after how it started. Hopefully we can do something like this again in the future and maybe find something else that I would have some, you know, interesting or valuable input on. This one I felt specifically that I should do because, I mean, they literally made a show about somebody with the thing that I had, you know. Hers is just, you know, like different and kind of more severe. But if you ever want me to talk about this more, talk about like my whole experience, maybe the testing they did on me, maybe you have growth hormone deficiency and you're worried about it or something, I can make a video talking about it if it'll help you. I know it was something that was kind of scary for me because like that's kind of messed up, you know. And they did all this testing that was really unpleasant and just really messed with me, you know. And then taking this shot every night, that was kind of like just kind of demoralizing, you know, kind of demeaning. It's just a shame. But thank you very much, everybody, for watching, and I will catch you next one. Thanks, guys. Goodbye.